Industry invaders. How one rapper destroyed hip hop's favorite label, TDE. And shout out to Reason. Was a fan of you. And this is us learning this together. This is new information that came out. Shout out to Luista, man. Original video will be the first link in the description. Happy Saturday. No intro needed. We jumping right into it.
Personally, I don't think Reason has been getting any real good push.
Yeah, what happened with this?
I don't really see what Top Dog sees in this. This was the first time I've seen, like, real TDE pushback. I had a release party and nobody showed up from the label.
So, hold on. Okay. So, did Reason get blackballed from his own label? You got to remember, I'm believing at this time, though, y'all, it was a lot of Kendrick. Kendrick wanted off the label, right? K-Dot was trying to do his own thing and get off Top Dog. So I guess let's break it down together. We're going through it together. We're going through the motions together. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're new. Let's go.
Top Dog Entertainment was dominating hip-hop.
Yes, they were.
Somehow, this small homegrown label from Carson, California, managed to guide artists who were absolute nobodies to performing in venues like this. However, the label has been under fire in recent years. Many
Most
claim
definitely.
that they have fallen off, hate their fans.
But think about it, the last 5 years, though. Think about the last 5 years. So that's what, 2019 through 2024. Kendrick's not there. J-Rock is quiet. Schoolboy Q finally put out an album. It didn't really do nothing as far as numbers-wise, charts-wise. It didn't really push the needle or make any waves consistently. SZA put out an album. SZA probably the biggest thing on TDE now that K-Dot gone, right? What have they done in the last recent years? I mean, they got Rayvon. Rayvon is dope, but we don't hear much from him. We don't hear much of his music. We see his freestyles more than anything. So let's kind of dive into it.
They do not treat their artists with respect. A ton of events caused this shift to happen, but it all began with the addition of one specific rapper to the roster, and that rapper is Reason. That's why TDE was so loved in the first place, and the dramatic shift that caused the label's disaster. Whether it's the insane, heartfelt story of Kendrick Lamar's come up from the treacherous city of Compton,
Okay, let's get into it.
The genius behind Ab-Soul's lyrical content.
I'm the bomb. It's like C4 on the seafloor. Fuck with AB, you can see more. As soon as I touch this money, I'ma act an Eeyore.
Or the Southern Groove of
that's
Isaiah
nasty.
Rashad. One thing that's certain is that Top Dog Entertainment was a label that had something for everyone. Despite the fact that each artist brought something different to the table and clearly shared a familial bond that seemed like it could never be broken.
Schoolboy Q, he gonna eat. Kendrick Lamar, he gonna eat. TDE, eat.
However, these days, TDE is only a shell of what it used to be. For example, between 2016 and 2017...
But y'all, isn't that every label, though? I mean, shit. And, you know, I'm in Atlanta. Shout out to the ATLNs, man. You know, we locked in forever. But what QC, same thing. QC, man, when I was on music, I only wanted to sign to QC. I only wanted to be a part of QC. And I still love QC to this day. Even with everything that happened, even with the Migos, even with them selling it for $500 million, with all of that, I still love QC. Everything has changed, man. The labels aren't the same. The independent labels aren't the same. The people aren't the same. Shit, just think of how fans and people receive Lil Baby now. Like, everything is a lot different in 2024.
9 high-quality projects in the span of just 15 months, all of which performed extremely well. However, ever since then, they dropped about 10 projects in total, most of which were deemed some of the worst releases in terms of how the album sold.
Wow.
Where's the music? Can we get a single? Can we get anything?
In a Reddit post discussing TDE's fall-off in March 2022, one user wrote, "TDE has officially died for me. I used to be a TDE stan, but one can only starve so much before they find a different food source." The statement was backed by another comment reading, "Kendrick hasn't dropped in 5 years. Ab-Soul hasn't put out an album in 6 years. J-Rock hasn't dropped in 4 years. Schoolboy Q hasn't dropped in 3 years. What the f*** is going on over there?" Not only has the lack of output been an obvious problem from the label over the last few years, but TDE has been doing a terrible job at the one thing they were idolized for doing, which is onboarding new talent. At first, the label CEO Anthony Top Dog Tiffith, along with the president's Punch and Day Free, not only had an amazing ear for finding talent, but they were also able to provide a specific type of guidance and mentorship that was needed for an artist who had little to no fan base at all, to exploding them into superstardom. This is a skill that some of the biggest labels in the world world
Yep.
would dream of having.
Definitely.
Especially after it was recently reported that record labels are having a difficult time breaking new artists.
Everybody's
Nobody
struggling.
knows how to break music right now, a senior executive said. I think they're all lost. Sadly, as time passed on, TDE couldn't escape this trend either. Their new artists
Yeah, I was
just
like, everybody's
didn't shine as
struggling.
brightly as the superstars they once brought on board. However, can one make the claim that it's TDE's fault for this happening? Let's take a deeper look.
Let's do it.
In
That's a play on
2018,
words right
it was
there.
revealed that TDE introduced another new rapper to their roster by the name of Reason, and it ended up being a complete disaster. He was discovered by Top Dog's son Musa and introduced him to Top after attending Reason's local concert. Now, it seems like Musa orchestrated both the beginning and the end for Reason. You'll see why later in this video. After only 1 year of signing, reports surfaced claiming that the label's former president, Dave Free, didn't want to sign him in the first place. Despite
Wow.
this, a lot of fans were still extremely excited to hear Reason's new music, and they started out on a good run, rolling out songs like The Soul.
Don't ever think they love you, that's some great advice. So if you ain't used to pay attention, gotta pay the price. Shit, just a year ago, I was hating life.
And Better Days that also went crazy.
Cause clown Drake for being so sentimental. They see the same over every instrumental.
Then following this up was his debut project, There You Have It, which also did really well. To put it simply, the fans in TDE were rocking with Reason at first.
So let me ask
but
y'all this: were y'all really rocking with Reason? I ain't gonna lie. My first introduction to Reason, guys, was the Joe Budden podcast, 2018. I want to say 2017, 2018. I want to say, Joe had him on his podcast, and his conversation was really well. He had a nice character about himself. He was really cool. So I checked out his music, and I was fucking with him. I thought he was cool. I didn't know no backstory. I did know he's from LA and he was TDE. That's probably the only thing I knew. And shit, I thought he was dope. Thought he was different. And shit, I guess we here. Let's
as
see.
time passed, he just
That was
became
my
a
first
huge
introduction,
subject of
though.
controversy. While everyone can agree that he was a rapper with massive potential, problems began to emerge when fans began to realize that he just wasn't that good. At least when you compared him to the artists
Like,
they signed
okay. So that good as far as what? Or what are you comparing him to? Are you comparing him to? I guess we finna get to that part, but I thought he was dope. Did I thought he was transcendent? No. Did I think he was the next one? No. I didn't think any of that. I just thought he was really good and solid. He had some nice storytelling about him.
Reason is a decent MC, albums I've heard in a long time. Reason left me a little bored here. To cut Reason some slack, this was the first rapper they signed since Isaiah Rashad back in 2013.
Isaiah Rashad
setting a
was
pretty
dope.
high standard for the aspiring 28-year-old rapper at the time. Being that it was rare
Hey,
that
shout out to my boy Levi 195, because Levi 195, my boy Gerald, my brother. Now, he was one of the reasons I was introduced to Isaiah Rashad, and I thought Isaiah Rashad is dope. He has some career altering situations that fans, shit, even myself, can't come back from. Am I judging them? No. I'm not in any way. Do I care? No, not really. I never really cared. But I'm just speaking for the fans. When the fans see this and they're misled, goes back to why we own Drake ass so bad. When you mislead your fans or you mislead a fan base or a community, it's tremendously hard to come back from. So it's like the fans were misled by him, Drake. I mean, the list goes on how many people be misleading. So I can understand why people not really rocking
be
him no more.
introduced to their roster, it was definitely going to take some time for fans to be accustomed with Reason's presence on TDE, as well as any new artist they onboarded in general. Of course, there was a core audience who was interested in his music, but it was clear that
he not
wasn't
ass.
receiving the type of hype as his contemporaries once had. Reason described his experience of being onboarded as feeling like an adopted child coming into a big, big family. And like the saying goes, it's best to not mix family with business, as things seemingly only continued to get worse as the years went by. And Reason had trouble proving to fans that he deserved a spot on the team. But is Reason really that bad of an artist? Or has TDE been doing a poor job at promoting him?
So I'm learning that the fans were just questioning him. Like his skill level, his artistry, his creativity. That was the issue. I don't know. I thought he was dope though. Oh, damn, that's crazy.
I had a release party. Nobody showed up from the label. Like, For me, it's
Wait,
love.
the release party you just had,
Yeah, the one I had one on Thursday.
and nobody from the label showed up?
My bad,
Damn.
Ron showed up.
He's the only person from TD that showed up.
He's the only person from TDE that showed up.
After 5 years
Wow.
of being signed to the label, Reason dropped a few more projects that left a lot of TDE fans feeling empty. Like I said before, there's always going to be some kind of core audience that actually fucks with the music. But there is a whole host of negative feedback to counter it. Take the album New Beginnings that dropped in 2020, for example. It received a 3 out of 10 from Anthony Fantano,
Damn.
who claimed that he didn't have any idea why Reason appealed to Top Dog.
I don't really see what Top Dog sees in this. For one, there's virtually nothing about Reason's voice, his flow, or his lyrical style that I could describe in detail positively or negatively, outside of maybe noting that some of his performances on this thing come off nearly emotionless. Maybe
I agree
a
with
little
that.
monotone.
The
I
video
agree
for
with
the
that. I
review
agree with the
received a
monotone
90%
flow.
like to
I agree
dislike
with that.
ratio, showing there was a bit of truth when it came to his statements, despite the fact it was just his opinion. Furthermore, Reddit posts discussing Reason's placement on TDE were brutally honest. This man is literally the most non-descriptive person I have ever heard in my life. Reason isn't unique in any way. He's really meh. Not bad, not great, just meh.
Yeah,
With
middle.
the
He's
latest
like
artists
decent.
getting this type of reception, more TDE artists complaining about their label, and news breaking that TDE's biggest star and president were going their separate ways. It just seemed like an extremely bad look for TDE, and that something deeper was going on behind the scenes, although it's mostly all just speculation. However, if we fast forward to August of 2023, we have more evidence that the family bond between the artist and the label has completely disappeared.
Yep,
And honestly,
shattered.
it may not necessarily be the artist's fault.
What's really going on?
When Reason was gearing up to drop his newest album titled Porches in August 2023, it caused a storm on the internet for all the wrong reasons.
Okay, let's get into it.
As you previously saw in the podcast clip I shared earlier with Rory and Maul, he revealed that no one from TDE showed up to the release party for the album. But if you thought that was crazy, you must have not heard
I
what
did.
happened
I
during
truly
his
did.
appearance on another podcast called Back on Fig. As a TDE fan since early 2011, this
Shout
live
out
stream
Back on
was
Fig.
absolutely the most wild, unprofessional, and out-of-pocket moment I have ever seen emerge from the TDE camp. The stream started off with Reason complaining about his label to the TDE affiliate MacWop. First, he explained how the label has been preventing him from releasing music, which is a commonly heard issue from many artists in the TDE circle. Secondly, he would state that he was able to feature big names in the industry on his album, such as ESTG and Lotto. However, TDE did not follow through with the promotion, which is yet another reason Reason was left in the shadows.
We had certain features lined up that could have went through. I had Lotto lined up for something, not executed. I had ESTG lined up for something, not executed. You get what I'm saying?
And those are names that you need as an upcoming guy. Yeah, Reason signed and he's on, you know what I'm saying, he on the label, he's in the game, sort of say, but his career isn't nowhere as far as global scale. So he needs those looks. He needs the Lottos, he needs the G's, he needs the shit, Jack Harlow's. He need those names to bring more eyes. Damn.
Pointing the finger and taking shots at the label for their wrongdoings, the live stream took a drastic turn. During the stream, TDE's co-president Musa joined in to address Reason's concerns directly, as
Let's
he
do
felt
it.
that Reason was falsely accusing TDE. And
God
this is where
damn.
everything got really crazy.
Okay, let me sit up, man. Let's go.
Musa is actually the person who introduced Reason to Top Dog in the first
All right,
place,
let's do it.
and is ultimately the reason he got signed in 2018. And it seems like Musa replaced Dave Free's position at TDE once he left with Kendrick Lamar in 2021 to create PG Lang. However, it appears that Musa may
Shout out
not
PG
have been
Lang.
the best choice for this position, as he started off the call with extremely bad people skills, especially for someone who is deemed as the president for one of the greatest labels in hip-hop.
Wow.
As soon as Musa joined the call, he asked the host, T-Rel and MacWop, to name 10 Reason songs, and the conversation quickly became awkward.
Hey, T-Real, can you name me 10 Reason songs right now? You from LA, you an LA native.
Whoa. Damn, why you shit on him like that? You dig what I'm saying? Why did you come at him from this angle? What the fuck was that?
Reason songs right now.
No,
Why is it?
I have no fucking.
Hold on.
When T-Rel was unable to answer, Musa proceeded to ask MacWop the same question.
Mac, you from the team, man. Can you name me 10 Reason songs?
Of course.
Name them.
No. It was a funny idea.
Nobody's like, Mac Wop, whatever your name is. Bro, ain't nobody laughing. We dead ass. Why are you shitting on him like that? This is somebody you signed. This is somebody you introduced to the world. But why are you shitting on him like that? What's the point of demeaning him, or what is that about? Hell no, that's bad business.
In the footage, Reason is visibly upset. Musa then claimed that TDE's former co-president, Dave
Yeah, he
Reed,
pissed. Look at
initially
him. Look at him. He's pissed. Reason is fucking pissed. As I would be. You would be pissed. Fuck.
did not want to sign Reason when he
Hey, you know what that's like when you're in school and you're at the parent teacher conference, right? And you've been crying to your teacher about your home life, or it's hard for you to do your homework at home because of this going on, that going on, this certain environment you live in. And soon as you get in there, your mom or dad say, give me 5 grades that he scored an A on. What? Why are you shitting on me? Don't matter. It does. The reason I'm struggling is because of this, and this. It doesn't have nothing. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying these are the things that's going on in my life. That's why I'm struggling. And for you to be like, fuck what you going through. Name 5 grades that you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy work, bro. That's crazy.
Calling him a substitute teacher.
Hey, Dave, my nigga, I love them niggas. Dave never wanted us to sign Reason. He called him a substitute teacher.
Ooh.
Dad always said that Reason had talent, but it's gonna take more than just talent in this game right now. Everybody know that.
Musa also claimed that featuring artists like EST.
Okay, again, what is the point of you shitting on this guy though? This is a guy that you signed, you brought to the world. So if you could treat him like this, imagine how you treat the janitor. Imagine how you treat people that you seem that you're better than or over him, or that you're deemed that you're over. Bro, if you treating this man like that, the Lord knows how you treating others. That's insane, bro. That's bad business. I can't fuck with that.
Already collaborated with big artists
Because you gotta, fuck the music at this point. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the culture, fuck the image, fuck the rap. Listen, what about just treating each other better? Treating each other with respect, dignity, morals, and just having values and code of conduct. What about that? That's crazy as fuck.
Such as Schoolboy Q.
Even when I hear niggas saying features and everything, oh yeah, you could have got an ESTG feature, but what does that do for Reason? Like, what is that gonna do for Reason? Like, even when you say you can't get in contact with SZA and all that, like this, like you didn't have features from everybody, including Q. Just trying to understand it, man.
Despite the awkwardness of the conversation, Reason refused to back down and accused Musa of attempting to create a viral moment.
You want to have a conversation or you want to go viral? Which one you want to do?
Yeah, that's nigga weird.
Let me know. I'm just trying to know. Let me know. You want to have a conversation or you want to go viral? Just be consistent. I'm being consistent. I'm being consistent. So I'm asking you want to have a conversation or you want to go viral? Which one you want to do? I'm just trying to have a conversation. Okay, bet.
I don't know what kind of power this man Reason has, but he seemingly had TDE's new president folding up like a laundromat. But after they agreed to just simply have a conversation, Reason asked Musa some pretty straightforward questions.
So tell me one thing I lied about. As far as what? Tell me one thing I lied about, because you felt a way about what I said, so tell me one thing I lied about. You sit in the room with all right, cool. I didn't lie. You sit in the room with A-Man who don't know your music, bro. You sit in there with T-Real. I'm telling you that you can't blame nobody. I didn't blame nobody, Moo. I didn't blame nobody. T-Real, I did not blame nobody. I did not blame nobody. You blaming the label or no? I said I haven't been consistent enough because I haven't been allowed to drop. That's a fact. Hey, T-Real. Tell me if I'm lying. Just tell me if I'm lying, bro. I said I have not been consistent enough because I haven't been allowed to drop music. Tell me if I'm lying. I don't think nobody has stopped you. You ain't never came back to me. Cool, that's all I want to know. I just want to know. And nobody said no to you. I just want to know. You dropped the most music out of more than anybody in the last 2 years. I didn't never ask you to drop multiple EPs. I didn't play multiple EPs. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we want to, are we going to have a conversation or we going to go viral? Because we can have a real conversation, Moo. Like, everything I've said so far, all love.
For the next couple of minutes, the two continued to exchange shots, ultimately reiterating the same comments. However, Reason also accused Musa of being a manipulator and a liar, which is an interesting detail.
I love Reason. I think you talented as fuck. But when you get on the air and you start pointing fingers at the...
I didn't point no fingers, bro. Answer questions.
Make or break your career,
Shout out to Dutch. I never said she was. This nigga's a master manipulator, bro. He's a master manipulator. All I said on this podcast was my only issue is being consistent, and I have not been allowed to be consistent. I played you 3 to 4 EPs. I got them in my Dropbox. I can send out the link. All of them that we planned to shoot videos 3 years ago. But then you can't say quality because the same records on the EP are the ones on the album, but y'all letting it go now. You can't play the truth game with me, bro. You can't play the truth game with me. I promise you that.
Clearly, there's something going on at TDE.
That
and
shit
you don't
crazy.
need to be a hip-hop head like me to understand that. It's truly sad. Now, Reason did claim that the tensions between him and Musa were settled shortly after the live stream, and that friction like this between them is common.
That is a conversation that me and Musa have had, and I will say, like, even worse, like, behind closed doors. You know what I mean? It's not a secret between me and Musa or at the label that, like, we want the same thing. We just have 2 different ideas of the path that we should take to get. We have the same destination in mind. We just have 2 different paths in which we believe that we should get there. It was just one of those things that it's like it shouldn't have. When I say, like, you want to have a conversation, you want to go viral. In hindsight, I'm so glad he said a conversation. There's so many things that me and him speak about behind closed doors, and at that moment with that alcohol in me, I would have been on that type of time also.
But it did raise a few eyebrows. And fans are genuinely
That's crazy
concerned.
as fuck, bro.
TDE should be ashamed on how they handled this artist.
1000%.
You can tell that he just wants to be heard. That's embarrassing. The president of the label conducts himself that way. Shame
Yeah.
on the label. I was shaking my head throughout the entire video. What a sharp downfall for TDE.
That shit
Shout out
sad.
to Reason for being real. But I want you guys to comment down below who you guys think is at fault. Is it simply
I'm not gonna lie, man. Shout out Reason, bro, for just trying to just be heard and wanting to just create, man. Creators create. I'm always on the side of the creators. And this Musa character for the TDE, that shit is a really bad look. TDE was a staple in the culture, is a staple in the culture still. We still love TDE. We love everything you guys have brought to the game. But that shit is a really bad look. Like, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. So, shout out TDE, shout out Reason. But I feel like we can always reconcile. We can always, you know, do things better together. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're new. I'm signing out, y'all. Love.